1564, in Pisa, Italy, Galileo was born. As he was growing up, his level of intelligence surprised everyone. He invented many things and made himself a famous historian. He grew up in Florence, Italy. In 1591, his father and close companion died, leaving him as the oldest son and the head of the family. In 1633, he became extremely ill. January 8, 1642, he died. In 1583, Galileo formed the idea of the equal intervals of time between pendulum swings. They are also called isochronisms. 2 years later, he invented a hydrostatic balance which shows the specific gravity of objects. He invented a sector that was a geometric and military compass in 1597. In 1606, he invented the thermoscope, an early thermometer. He improved the telescope by first making a 3-power telescope in 1609, then showed an 8-power telescope to the Venetian Senate in August later that year, and finally made a 20-power telescope in October of that year, with which he soon turned to explore the skies with. He wrote On Motion, a book on how he uses the Copernicus theory for his studies, and on the lectures he did while teaching mathematical subjects at the University of Pisa.
Throughout his life, he used the Copernicus theory instead of basing his study on Aristotle's theory. He studied the tension and pitches in strings in 1588 with his father. In 1602, he studied the relation between the pendulum and natural accelerated motion. He experimented with his idea of the law of falling bodies and proved it by rolling a ball down a slope and judging its position in 1604, but discovered the mathematical reason 4 years later. He studied the moon cycle in 1609, which led to his writing of the discovery of his theory on the high and low tides in 1616. The church didn't approve of his method of studying, the Copernicus theory, so they banned him from setting foot on church property. He went to the Inquisition in 1633, where he was sentenced to life in prison. He appealed this, but they only lessened the sentence by putting him under house arrest for the remainder of his life, forcing him to avoid social contact, but allowing him to be under a doctor's care. His improvement of the telescope in 1609 led to the creation of the Hubble Space Telescope, the twin Keck telescopes, satellites, space probes, and stimulated exploration of space. His discovery of the tides also helped people that sailed across the seas know when to leave port. The whole universe around us is a mystery, but the discoveries and inventions that Galileo made has helped us get one step closer to solving this mystery surrounding the world that we live in.
These last pictures were of the Hubble Space Telescope, the twin Keck telescopes, the satellites and space junk in the orbit of Earth, a space probe, solar flares, the Ikea-Zhang comet, an Eagle Nebula, a Horsehead Nebula, a Crab Nebula, a supermassive black hole, a planetary nebula, supernova remnants, a magnetic flare from a comet, Jupiter, the M82 galaxy, an asteroid disintegrating, and finally a Rosette Nebula.